back everyone, Cannon with Burger Motorsports. Hope you guys are having a fantastic holiday season. I'm in a little bit different of a spot than I'm normally at. I'm here in Boise, Idaho. It's currently like 28 degrees outside and freezing cold, snowing on and off. So I'm in no place for race car weather. Payam and Terry are still back over at BMS working on some product development. Payam's working on getting the Silverado dynoed, and Terry's gonna go over a little bit later in this video an update on our all-new CANFuel system. For our next video, we plan to throw on the JB4 onto the 992 Porsche Turbo S. It's going to be the first Turbo S with a JB4 documented online. We're super stoked to be able to share that with you guys. Until then, we're going to kick it over to Payam with the Silverado on the dyno currently, see what kind of horsepower gains it can make with the JB4 and a Fuel It Flex Fuel kit on it, and then I'll jump over to Terry where he goes over our all-new CANFuel system.
What is up, BMS crew? Behind me I have our 2024 Chevy Silverado equipped with a 2.7 liter 4-banger engine. Today I'm going to be making and installing our brand new Flex Fuel kit so we can put it on the car, see our ethanol content. Once we do that, I'll throw it on the dyno, see what we can do on pump gas, throw in some E85 so we can raise some ethanol content, get some higher octane in there, turn up some more boost, and extract more power. That's the best solution and the best way to do it for these cars. It loves ethanol. Let's get to work. Flex Fuel kit is done. Nice PMP connector to get our power ground. Our signal is going straight to the JB4. And a nice, simple, easy setup. That's fully reversible. It's on pump gas right now. Let's connect and read our ethanol content. Sweet. E11. We're going to install the JB4 on it, strap it on the dyno, and see what gains we can make. This has been in the fleet for a couple months now. We use it to tow our race cars and do some parts runs with it. It's not that great at towing, so hopefully when we put the JB4 on it, it'll be easier to tow. I've previously dynoed a Chevy Silverado before, and we have trouble dynoing it because you can't really have it stay in gear. It's not like a sports car where you can shove it in manual mode, floor it right off the get-go. So it's a little tricky when dyno tuning this car. So the graphs and the torque numbers are not going to be exact. We're going to be making a lot more torque than what's actually on the dyno. So basically the way I have to do it is ease into it, and then around 4,500 I get to floor it so it won't kick down into gear. If there's any tricks that anybody knows how to make it stay in gear, hit us up so we can re-dyno it and get some final numbers. First thing we're going to do when we strap it down, we're going to do 91 tuning, and then we'll splash some E85 in there since we're going to have the ethanol content analyzer on it so we can see our exact reading, turn up the maps, and extract more power. We'll raise the octane and have some E85 in the tank. Let's get going. I'm going to start installing the JB4 and show you guys how easy it is. Once we do that, I'm going to do some runs on map 0 so we can get some baseline dyno numbers as well as data so I know what I'm working with when it's stock and before we start turning it up. There are 3 JB4 connection points. The JB4 connection points are right here. T-map sensor right on the intake manifold, MAF sensor on the intake, and the last hard to reach one is down here. It's actually easy once you remove this cover. We'll remove it, we'll get to the intercooler sensor. We also have T-map extensions, which I'll show later, that'll come up here. So if you need to easily remove or install the JB4 back on, the connection points will be right here instead of down there, so you do not have to remove this whole thing. JB4 is installed. The OBD runs through the firewall down there. Once you install the extensions, you don't have to go down here ever again. They'll just come up here for a quick and easy install. Let's get the car on the dyno now. Got the car strapped down on the dyno. Let's do some baseline runs and see what it makes. And then we'll turn it up to map 1 and see what we can get on 91. Okay, got a couple map 0 baseline pulls, which is stock. This is what I was talking about earlier in the graph, how I can't really floor it until around, say, 4,500. This is wide open throttle. This is me pedaling in, trying to get the smoothest graph that I can. We're gonna go with this one as our baseline because it was the smoothest line and graph that I got. Map 2 run. It's going to be a little difficult for me to hold this, but I just want to show the pedal input based on the run so you guys can see how I'm babying it in until basically 4,500 where I'll be hitting it full throttle. We just finished 91 tuning. You can see E85 is at 10, pump gas. Stock is the red graph. Blue is 91 octane, map 2. I'm gonna add some E85, take it up to E20, which is equivalent of 93 octane. We just finished map 3 dyno tuning with ethanol at E20, basically 93 octane. Red graph is stock, map 0, 91 octane. The blue graph is map 2, 91 octane. Map 3 is the green one at E20, 93 equivalent octane.
Well, those were absolutely stellar gains on the Silverado. Thank you, Payam, for getting those clips for us. Let's go ahead and kick it over to Terry now and go over our all-new CANFuel system.
Hey guys, Terry at BMS here. I've been hard at work on our new B58 Gen 3. It's got digital map sensors, which make the JB4 tuning really fun and easy. Lots of cool stuff coming out for this. We'll be doing some dyno videos on it soon. Some piece of shit, I don't know how that got there. And of course you guys have seen our new Supra. B58 Gen 2. We've got our new fuel pressure connection, the new JB4 Platform 158 firmware, and some other cool stuff I'm going to be posting about for this soon. But what I wanted to talk to you today is our CANFuel system and give you some updates on it. So this is the existing CANFuel system. We've got about 5 of these out, working great. We've got half-mile runs, dyno runs, all sorts of stuff. The plan was to put them into aluminum closures like we usually do with the JB4. But it was a little limiting on the size and what we wanted to add to the board. So we came up with a new idea. We found these great off-the-shelf cast aluminum enclosures. These are a Molex system, 48 pins, weatherproof, really high quality setup. And with this, we're able to add a lot more I/O. So when we put this full spec sheet up for what we're planning on adding, this is more or less all of it. There's a couple items missing because I don't know if they're going to work yet, so I want to wait and find out before we add them. But you'll notice like the 8 analog inputs, no one offers that level of input. You know, you can run that low fuel pressure, exhaust back pressure on each cylinder if you want. You know, you can do so much with that. Tons of extra, you know, analog outputs that we can use for things that no one else offers. And of course, on the high current outputs, we have left those high side, which makes the wiring a lot easier. You can ground your solenoid, ground out your relay. You don't have to run 2 wires to it. So really cool setup. We should have these up and running probably a couple of weeks. We'll get them on our cars, get them on the dyno, get some more videos, and then go from there.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the update on the all-new CANFuel system as well as the Silverado. I'm going to go ahead and put up a clip that you guys may have seen last week on the Burger Tuning Instagram page where I posted a 330i with a B48 motor in it, getting dynoed with the JB4 on the car. It made absolutely amazing gains, so go ahead and check this out.
We got a 2018 330 behind us, equipped with the B48. This thing makes 248 horsepower from factory, but that's definitely not enough nowadays. Strap a JB4 on and see what it can do. Almost 100 wheel horsepower and 80 wheel torque gain out of this little 4-cylinder 2-liter engine. JB4 E30 blend. There's nothing better.
Not too bad for a little 4-banger. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know this wasn't quite the same quality as all of our other posts that we have done, but because of the separation in locations currently, this is what we're working with. But I promise next video, I have an absolute banger planned out. If you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and drop a comment down below. And I'm kind of thinking of doing a little post with a Christmas tree on top of the 135 getting swung around in the snow. If you guys would like to see that, let me know down in the comments and I'll make it happen. Until then, we'll see you guys next time.